musician X. I asked my mom to just not answer the phone, and she can't even do that, okay? So, whatever. Okay, so he said, to continue, you know, that I hope that Marion is simply a control freak and that she hasn't committed any type of crime. You know, we know for a fact that Marion declared as fraud legitimate charges that my mother had made on her own credit cards. Marion had no reason to do this except to make it look like I had stolen my mother's credit cards, like I had committed a crime. It wasn't a huge amount. And proof of how naive my mother is. Well, Laura, she said about Marion, she reduced my credit card debt. So what, Mom? She declared, that's a crime. She declared as fraud legitimate charges you had made on your own credit cards while I was here. She did it for one reason only, Mom. I can't live like this. He doesn't understand. My musician, I think, doesn't understand. I'm not him. He eats organic, and he's just focused his mind, and he's changed his life around. I'm in hell. I've been in hell for 4 years. I don't want to be alive anymore. I can't live like this. My mother contradicts herself. She backs down whenever she's confronted with Marion's rage. She didn't even today, when Marion's yelling at her and whatever, say to Marion the truth. Marion, you didn't care that I was a possible victim of identity fraud. You told me I wasn't when the IRS told me that I was. You just brushed it aside. That's why Laura got involved. She wouldn't have got involved if you hadn't reacted that way. This is very suspicious. This is... I'm not staying here. Just like when I was in LA talking big, and then when push comes to shove, I wind up in the shelter, okay? Thank God she took Omar, but that was touch and go for quite a while, because Omar goes, the poor dog was in the bathroom on the floor, and I get a call in the shelter every fucking night. Laura, Omar's going to the bathroom, Mary's going to leave me, you know. Okay, I'm pissed off. My mother cries to me behind Mary's back. I don't want to be manipulated by Mary. I don't want you to leave. My mother fears Marion, okay? Bottom line, my mother fears Marion. It's not supposed to be like that. A power of attorney is a mutual agreement of trust. Party A gives the trust to Party B, and you're supposed to act in good faith. This is not what's going on here, okay? But I hate myself for adding to the pain my mother feels, okay? I yell, I get upset, I tell her to fuck herself. I can't do this. I can't do this to my mother anymore. And I need to take a stand. My mother needs to know I mean business. She needs to choose. I told her, when you're ready to fight this with me, you let me know. Otherwise, that's it. I'm not out of your life. It's just whatever. Okay? Marion's trying to manipulate my mother by lying to my mother. Oh, now Marion's changing her tune again. Telling my mom, I did do stuff. I sent copies of the tax returns, blah, 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 whatever. No, you didn't. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. You didn't send in the fucking paper. No one cares if you send it. You didn't do it anyway. If you had done it, you would have told my mom that, not said I sent a letter to Congress and, oh, you're not a victim of identity fraud. Don't worry about it. Just write it on this year's tax return and all this. You know, no. Everything's suspicious. Everything. She's just trying to manipulate my mother, right? She's trying to manipulate my mother, but lying to my mother and saying I sent copies of the tax returns to the IRS. And the only thing that should have been done was to send in the fucking 14039 tax fraud affidavit, or identity theft affidavit, whatever it's called, okay? Now, Stephen said I should say to my mother, do you want to be under suspicion by the IRS, and do you want to never ever receive your federal taxes for the rest of your life? Because this isn't going away, okay? Marion never wanted to do it. She's up to something. I don't know what. I don't believe she's going to do it now. She got too angry. Too angry. So what if my mom had, you know, she got too angry. She's just going to make it look like, you know, I'm doing this because I'm after my mom's money. She doesn't know that I have $15,000 in the bank and don't give a rat's ass about my mother's money or her estate or anything, except in terms of me deserving respect as the fucking daughter She's the house. Okay. Identity fraud is a serious offense. As far as the IRS is concerned, you are equally as guilty as the person who filed second federal tax return under your Social Security number. My mother lacks the competency to understand that. Marion, smoke and mirrors, whatever, okay? And I say this to my mom, I already did. I have the right to protect my own best interest, even if that means my aunt might end up being prosecuted for committing a crime. Okay. Shit hit the fan, just as I predicted that it might, even though I didn't know for sure. Mom got a message from Marion, for my mom to give Marion's son the copy of the license of Social Security. My mom ignored the message, but if she had, I wrote this, if she had talked to Marion, it would have all been over with. I would have left anyway. I would have come home and been furious, and that would have been the end of it, because I was gone all day shopping. IRS told us something, and Marion wants, this is what he had me write, IRS told us something, and Marion wants us to pretend that the IRS never told us anything. That's important. The IRS told my mother, told me, because I had permission for them to talk to me in the summer, that my mother was probably a victim of identity fraud, and that there were two forms filed under her social. This is another fact, IRS told us something, and Marion wants us to pretend that the IRS never told us anything, okay? This is a serious thing that could have serious consequences, and Marion brushes it aside like it's nothing. Makes no sense that Marion brushed it aside and was completely blasé about the whole thing. It can't possibly be that... Oh, I wrote this. It can't possibly be that I'm concerned, right? I'm just a conniving bitch and I just want to control my mother's money. It can't possibly be that I'm concerned that the IRS sat there and told me your mother's a victim of identity fraud and my mother hasn't gotten her fucking refund in a year, okay? No, I'm a conniving straw man, smoking mirrors, kicking up dust, as my friend pointed out. Marion should have been concerned, yet wasn't at all concerned. Why? He had me write all this. We thought about it together. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, I'm the daughter. I'm not some friend, you know. I'm not some friend, you know, getting on my mom's case, you know. My mom 100% believes that she can't make her own decisions. She even said to me, she proved it the other day. I said, you can get a copy. She asked me, you have a power that? I have a copy. Yeah, I sure do. I said, you can get one too. You can get it at your bank. No, I can't. I can't get anything from my bank without Marion's permission. Tonight, a few hours ago, crying her eyes out. I'm afraid of her, Laura. She manipulates me and I'm afraid of her. Power of attorney is supposed to be that my mother gave power of attorney to Marion of my mother's own free will. It's not supposed to be about fear, manipulation, and brainwashing, okay? And my mother said right to my face, I can't request anything from my bank without Marion's permission. This is just plain wrong. I have to take care of me. If you're not going to take care of me, I have to take care of myself. I have to say that to my mom. I have to take